Hey guys, this is Vicky with Southern Crosser Creations. I have this adorable project. I did mine for Christmas, but honestly, you could do this at any time of the year. This would be so super cute for spring, teachers' gifts at the end of the year, Valentine's Day, whatever. You can just modify, but this is how I did mine, and this is how you can do yours. Okay, so these little pieces of wood are in the scrap like project craft area at Dollar Tree, but honestly you can make this out of any scrap wood that you already have. These are just what I picked up at Dollar Tree, so that way you could kind of, if you wanted to make this project, you knew where you could go and get the wood. Okay, so what I did is I took some of this Waverly antique wax, put it all over each piece of the wood, and then I took a baby wipe and wiped off all the excess. Now this little sander, I love it because y'all, I always sand all of my projects, most of them anyway, because I love the vintage, rustic, just that kind of thing. If that's not your style, then honestly, you don't have to sand it. And then what I did is I added a little bit of water to Waverly chalk paste and plaster, and then just kind of basically just did a chippy kind of look to my paint. And then honestly, like I said, you could just do however way you wanted to do it, but this is how I did mine. Okay, now I will tell you, this wood is super rough on the back, and I absolutely love this little sander. So it comes with all of these different grits, and all you do, it's velcroed and you're already cut to fit all the things, and you just put it on there, and it's just so super easy. If you want any of the links that I'm using today, just message me links, or you can message supplies, and inside the supply list will have the links to what I'm using. Okay, and then this is the Waverly color moss chalk paste, chalk paint. And then all you're going to do is just put that on the smaller piece. Now, you can modify all of these colors. This is just showing you what you can do with some scrap wood. Okay, once all of that dries, then you're going to take this little bitty clip here. Now, I found mine at Dollar General over in the little like craft section aisle that they have, but you could get these at most of your craft stores or even at Walmart. Okay, and then you're going to take it and screw it into the wood where it comes out a little bit out the back, but not all the way. Because what we're going to do is we're going to line up our pieces, excuse me, of wood, and then you're going to go ahead and take some hot glue the section that's going to be onto the white piece of wood. And you'll see what I mean here in a minute. So you're going to flip it over, and so it's going to be the small piece, it's going to be offset on the white piece, okay? The only thing you really need to make sure is at the bottom, make sure your pieces of wood are flush, so that way it stands up. And then you're going to just continue to screw the piece in, and once you screw that in, it will go into the white wood as well. So not only your hot glue is going to hold, but also your screw. See how that looks? It's so cute. Okay, then I went ahead and I wanted to do a tag for mine. Obviously, you could do one or not, but what you're going to do, and I always say this, if you have paper towel rolls, you have tags, because that's what this is. You're going to cut in between the glue that's on the paper towel roll. And then once you cut that, just like that, I kind of trimmed mine up just a little bit. It was a little bit too wide for what I wanted, and you'll see me kind of do that. But that is the alphabet stamps that I use. Those are also on Amazon. And again, you can just message me links. So I went ahead and trimmed that up just a tiny little bit. It was a little bit too wide for me. Now, I'm doing Merry Christmas, but honestly, you could do whatever you decide to do. If it's a thank you for a teacher's gift, or if it's spring, you could do, a spring saying, Valentine's, whatever it is, you can do the tag for that. Okay, now underneath my hand right there, you'll see that really bright red ribbon. It just wasn't working for me, and so you'll see me it'll be poof and be gone in this video in just a minute, because I had to use a different one. There it goes. Okay, so this was more the way my mind was going with this, and so what I did, it's about 2 inches, and it was a little bit too wide for this. So do it about 1 3/4 inches or maybe 1.5 inches. And then you're going to take that. Now you can't rip it because it's going to curl up on you. You kind of want to look like a ribbon. And honestly, you could get ribbon that you liked, or you could do, you know, paint. You could do whatever to decorate this with to embellish it. But what I wanted to do right here is, and I went ahead and frayed the edges so that way it would kind of lean towards my style. And then you're going to just take it and you're going to put it onto the piece of wood. And then you're going to take your Surebonder and then just attach it to the back. Now, there you can see how rough this wood is. So it would be very super hard to paint. You probably could, but it would take up a lot of paint. So if you're going to give this away, you can honestly leave it like it is, or if you wanted to do some kind of felt on the back or some kind of material on the back, if you were giving it away as teacher's gifts or something like that, or even some kind of paper, scrapbook paper, whatever, you could do that on the back. Okay, and then you're going to do that on the other end as well. You're just going to kind of put that Surebonder there or hot glue, and then there, how cute that is already, y'all. Okay. So what we're going to do now, obviously this is Christmas time when I'm making this, so I'm kind of making it look like a present. But honestly, again, you could do whatever embellishments that you see fit on here, and then just kind of make it your own. And then once you get it on the other side, we're going to start doing some embellishments. Cute is this already, y'all? Okay, we are going to make a rag bow, and so I had some of this scrap muslin. I just kind of ripped this, and then we're going to use the other piece from where I cut the striped, and we're going to the easiest way to make for me to make a rag bow. Now you don't have to do the loops. Now the reason why I do the loops is because I like my ribbon to curl. That's just, it makes it just more fluffier and it just makes it prettier. But honestly, you don't have to do that. But I'm going to show you how to make one. Okay, I had some of this pine here and it has like some little frost on it, and I went ahead and just hot glued it into place. Now, if you were doing this in springtime, you could do twigs, you could do a little bird's nest, you could do, for Valentine's, you could just do little hearts hanging down. I mean, there's so many different ideas, but the basic design of this frame, you could make it in anything, honestly, that you wanted. Okay, now to make a rag bow, this is how I make it. I know other creators make it different ways, but this is how I make mine. So I do two, like you're going to do a looped bow like that. And then I took the red and cut it all the same length as the muslin there. You can see it already curling, and that's, I just think it's pretty that way. And then all you're going to do is just going to loop this, just like if you were going to do just a regular loop bow. And then you just crisscross them. And then once you get the look that you're going for, and again, I love the way they start curling, and you'll see what I'm talking about once I tie it off. You're going to take a piece of twine and you're going to tie it in the middle and get it really tight. Double knot that and then cut off your excess. And then you're going to cut your loops. And again, the reason why I like to do mine this way is you'll see how all of these just kind of curl up because you've had them in a looped position, and they just kind of curl up, and just, to me, it just makes it that much more cuter. Okay, and then once I get the look that I'm going for and the placement of the ribbon, I'm just going to hot glue that in place. See how those curl up? I just think it's so cute. And then I added a little bit more pine there. And then I had a, this was from another project, honestly, that I had bought these for, but these little metal snowflakes came in a pack from Hobby Lobby. And so I just went ahead and grabbed one of those and stuck one of those on. And I do think at one point that I did see them at Dollar General, so you can check there as well. Okay, and then I just tied off some twine for my tag. and then cut the excess of the twine, put some hot glue, and then placed it right in there. Again, this is for Christmas time, but honestly, you could do a tag and do, welcome spring. You could do, love of my life for Valentine's, whatever. These are my hearts, they are my heart, whatever it is that you're, whoever picture you're going to be placed on there. Okay. So down at the bottom, I thought it needed a little bit of something, something. So I went ahead and grabbed a little bit more pine and I just put it right there close to the edge of that one, and how cute it just kind of finished it off. Put that in place. And I absolutely love the way this came out, y'all. I hope that you guys try this. It's so super easy. Again, any kind of scrap wood that you have, you can do this with. Or if, you could do like a chunky, two pieces of wood, or one thinner wood, whatever. But I did want to make sure that I tried these pieces from Dollar Tree. So that way, if you wanted to make it and didn't have access to the scrap wood, you could find the wood that I used in order to make this. But how cute did this come out? I hope you guys enjoyed this. Merry Christmas from all of us here at Southern Crossroad Creations. For more, you can visit southerncrossroadcreations.com, or on YouTube, just look at Southern Crossroad Creations. And again, Merry Christmas from all of us here, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys.